Hi guys, it's your girl Rose, and today I'm going to show you how I do powder acrylics, what the things I use, how I do it, and basically how I prep my tools, how to prep my station, and basically everything you basically need to know for when you're doing your own nails, maybe a client's nails, maybe your friend's nails. So let's just get straight into this video. Hi, this is like my second time recording doing nails, so tell me if this angle's good. Tell me if you guys like a different angle like this or like more above or whatever, but let's just get straight into this. I know it looks a little weird on screen, but this is the inspo I'm gonna look or use, aka. First, you're going to lay down your nail sheet. I'm going to use a paper towel because they work basically the same. They absorb everything and they collect basically all the powder. That's what you're looking for. This is everything you need. You don't need this exact one I have. You can use the basic one that comes with most of the kits when you get the powder or a thermometer. But this is a very fancy one. I like this one because it comes with a little lid and obviously it's shaped like a heart. And it was only $5 off of Amazon and it came with two. I have my base color and white because those are the two main colors I need to use for this set. And I have thermometer. And you're going to pour your thermometer into that. What I like to do when I first pour my thermometer, I like to get my brush, I dip it, flip, and dip, and then drain all that thermometer out because that helps get all the bubbles out of the brush. I'm going to start off with the thumb because the thumb is just base color and it's very simple to teach you guys. If you're doing yourself a press-on set with a powder acrylic, make sure the nail is actually a little bigger than your actual nail plate because thermometer and acrylic will like to shrink down the nail once it dries. So you might first put the plastic on your nail and be like, oh, this fits. But the moment the powdered acrylic dries and design is done, it's going to be a little smaller and a little tight. If you like your nails tighter, good, just do it like that, how you like it. But if you like your nails to fit just right, make sure it's just a little bigger than it actually is. I suggest about a little off your side of your nail. I'm going to show you how to pick up a bead. So you're going to put your brush in, dip, flip, dip, and drain it halfway. You're going to dip it in the powder acrylic. Boom. Put it on. Wipe your brush, get a little bit more, and push, push, push up to that cuticle. That's how you do it. I'm going to speed up for the rest of the process, but that's basically what you're doing for the whole nail, but instead of going up, you're going to drag it down. Now that I'm finished, this is how my thumb looks. Now we're going to go to the medium hard one. The next one is ombres. For ombres, what I've seen is people getting the white, starting on the bottom, swoop it up as far as it goes, getting the nude color, then sweeping down. So I'm going to show you. Drain the bubbles. Swoop. Doop, 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 doop. Wipe your brush. Dip again. Drain. Tap, 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 tap. Get it. Do it like normal. And then swoop down. You see how the nude kind of covers most of the white? It's okay. We're going to get our drill after, shave that a little bit. We're going to smooth it out and then most likely put a little bit more of the white down and make it more like an ombre. We're going to show you one more time at 3 times speed, basically how to do your ombres. I'm just going to continue making the two others that are normal nude, and I'm going to just 3 times it on YouTube for you guys. Finish with all the fingers. It's time to drill them now. And you gotta let them dry. You gotta let them sit 10, 20 minutes. It depends how long it takes for your powder acrylic to dry. This takes about like 10, 15 minutes. I like to take them off the stand because it's much easier for me to shape. Now, if your nail has this rugged edges, instead of going in with the drill, go in with your nail file. And I like to do it at an angle like this. Still getting that edge, but also getting the side walls as well. Just slowly shaping it. The top, right here, you're going to go straight. And you're going to go like that. Boom. Nice, crisp edge. Now, you can do this with all of these. I'm going to go with all of them, but I'm also going to use my drill. So, I'm going to speed that process up. I just drilled them all down. And now what I like to do after I drill my things, I like to get some rubbing alcohol. This is rubbing alcohol mixed with water. Just spray it. So you can also see how it looks shiny. Also helps get all the dust off. And if you don't have the scrubber, that's completely fine. You could just use a paper towel. But I like using this scrubber to just scrub it. In my preference, I think it helps buff the nail and also helps detexturize it, basically. And that's simple. Let them dry real fast, and then we'll put them back on their stands. Now that they're back on their stands, I'm going to teach you how to do a French tip on the thumb. In my opinion, I feel like thin brushes are a very big help while you're doing your French tips. That's why I like using the thin brush. So first you're going to mark how high you want your French tip to go. I want about that high. Do a straight, tiny line, just like that. From there, you're going to go from edge to edge. Now, it's very simple from here. You're just going to fill in everywhere where you want it. Make sure your line is straight. Easiest way to do it, line your brush. Obviously, you can see it's straight. Make sure it's also even on each side. Because if it's not even, people won't like that. And I don't think you want a crooked French tip either. And this is my nail after it dried and everything else. It's perfect. I'm also going to show you a trick for gluing on charms. For this, you're going to need your thermometer, clear powder acrylic, as well as rhinestone glue. And your rhinestones, of course. For this step, you're also going to need your LED dryer or something similar to it. First, you're going to put a good glob of rhinestone glue where you want the charm to go. I want a big and a little charm right here. You want a pretty decent glob. Now, you're going to want to work kind of fast. You're going to get your gems and your charm, the 2 gems you want. I'm going to take these 2 because I want a big and then a smaller one. Maybe actually, yeah, those 2 would be fine. have them ready to go before you get the powder acrylic on the nail, and I'll show you. I'm gonna have my gems right there. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Good. Get your brush, get a little bit of this clear acrylic, and probably not that much at all. A little bit less than that, wipe your brush. You just need a smidge. And place a dot right there. Now you want to kind of work fast before powder acrylic dries. Place your gems. And now dry your nail with your dryer. And then boom, your nails gems will not fall off. They're secured in place. You can also do this trick with charms as well. And if you don't like all of that clear powdered acrylic around it, you can also get your drill, get a small little bit, something like this, and just get in those edges and drill off real fast. Now for flowers, what I suggest is glue on your gems first, then do the flower, because then you have an out spot where you want everything to be and how big you want it. I am using a number 4 brush. It is very tiny, very small, because I want these petals to be very small. You're going to get your mometer, you're going to get white powder or whatever color you want these flowers to be. You're going to bring it a little bit further than how you actually want the flower. Sorry, I'm not in frame. And then you're going to tap the middle to bring it closer. And then tap the edges to make your flower shape. Now you can keep moving as you go. You don't need it perfect. And make sure you're kind of getting a dry. You're going to get a little mometer on your brush, just a little. You don't need a lot, and you're going to blend that tip right into the rhinestones. And look how good that petal looks. You can move it as much as you want. You can decorate it. You can add more powder. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more just to add some character to it. But besides that, I think it looks perfect. Now, to make these smaller petals like this, you're going to need a lot less mometer. You just need a little bit. You need a tiny, tiny bead, about that big. About that big. Nothing bigger, maybe a little smaller than this. This is even, you're going to put it a little bit farther than how you actually want it. Again, like how we did with that bead, you're going to tap in the middle. I'm going to bring it a little bit to the side because I accidentally placed it a little far. Bring all the edges together. And boom, look how good that looks. If you want to shape it a little more, just get a little bit more mometer on your brush and just shape it a little bit more oval. I suggest smoothing it instead of like tapping it. In the middle though, you're going to want to tap, 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 just with the tip of the brush, not too much pressure. You just want to tap, 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 just like so. Now, if you don't like all this excess again, once again, you can get your little small drill and just go up the edges and go, and that's what I'm going to do right at the end of the video. I showed you guys everything that you basically need to know. I'm going to show you these nails at the end of the video. I have to do a voiceover for this, but this is the final result. I think they came out pretty well for my first time of doing these. Hope you guys like this video, and I hope it helped you. Bye, guys.